we've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Longhorns ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Memphis Tigers offense will take the field first. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
And the defense brought the blitz on 3rd down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback, but how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Memphis just keeps moving the chains on this drive. They're set up with another first down. To the air on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting a drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Texas's offense will have its first possession of the game. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on him.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Logan. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
He'll field it close to the 50. And there he goes. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Going for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Memphis.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Grabbed over the middle at Stone. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And the ball's loose in the backfield. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. We've reached the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Wolf. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Quarterback flexibility to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Fired in there, but incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. This Memphis offense going to work again on first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing.
Oh, he's got some space. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Logan. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Stone. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Duke. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And it's picked up at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Finds his tight end. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Memphis wants to move quickly. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Quickly out to the tight end. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on first down from the 28. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to run it.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Got his man in the middle. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And the Longhorns come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll keep it on the sneak. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Snagged in the middle. It's Duke. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big plays.
Back to throw. It's Logan. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's a guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Duke. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times on these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
Trying to barrel in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Texas! And the comeback is on.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. There he goes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Soft spot in the middle. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? Doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Reads it, fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, if you're going to get 1st downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Memphis! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So Reese with that.
And down he goes back at the 3.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up the safety.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Just tried to barge their way forward out of the gun and still couldn't find any room to run.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking for a man, it's Logan. Hauls it in. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a knock.
Breaks into the open. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a 1st down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. They'll go to the air. Good timing on the quick out. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. Back to pass, it's Logan. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring margin. Now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Punt is in the air. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
To throw, it's Logan. Quick strike complete. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Wants to throw again. Got his man quickly. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. And they can't make the connection.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Got his man to the left. Turning it on. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the 1st down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
And in this situation now, if you're on offense, what do? Do you kick the extra point, tie it, and hope for overtime? Or are you aggressive? Do you decide to go for 2 right here and see if you can take the lead with just seconds left in the game?
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab on the left side. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like Which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Second down, he'll throw it. Looking for the end zone. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Quarterback may change this route. On third down, he drops to throw. It's complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably. Maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
We'll get it started here in overtime.
Here we go.
Back to throw, it's Logan. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
At this point of the game, you just got to wonder if the defense is getting tired. Here in OT, they just don't seem to have the punch up front that like they had earlier in the game, and they're just playing on their heels.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run.
Touchdown, Texas! They strike first here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Tigers. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
He's got an open man. Touchdown! Touchdown, Memphis. That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime.
Forget about those tight ends, right? They come up and they block most of the time, and a lot of time near the line of scrimmage. Occasionally, offenses do a great job, get creative, find a way to get a good matchup for the tight end, and he does the rest and gets in for 6.
Gets it out quickly. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Wants to throw. It's Logan. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. You just have to keep your composure in the clutch. A personal foul in overtime is just hard to explain. He's looking to throw. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Wants to go up top. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
Under fire. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's just great awareness by the quarterback that time, understanding the situation, right? Sacks are bad, obviously, but there, instead of just throwing it up for grabs in the end zone, risking a turnover, you just know when the play's over, you go down, and you've now given your field goal kicker a good chance to knock this thing through and tie the game.
He wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Longhorns! That ties it up here in double OT, and now they can win it. Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send